That said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the stability of your future. And to be honest, I'm about sick of sleeping on bar stools. So how's about this? You keep letting me stay on that ship of yours, and I'll keep shooting at the things you point at.
Sounds good to me. I'm glad to have you.
Outstanding.
Alrighty, let's get out of here. How do you sleep on a bar stool?
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Good work. Let's see what Lilia really wants with this station.
This is the place. We'll need the power generators back on to finish this job.
All right. Okay, which way did we come in? I've disorientated myself. Okay, here. Lab 1084, High Security Containment. Generator status active, generator mode maintenance, 2% output. Maintenance mode is active, minimal functions available. Updating generator mode to normal. Error flushing toilets, see maintenance logs for details. Facility status report. Critical issues. Issue 1, a toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered 1243 days ago. Non-critical issues. Issue 1, sensors indicate alta vitae gas is leaking from storage tanks. Alta vitae gas is toxic to humans. So another lab with alta vitae gas? What is Lilia up to? Admin override, priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize the alta vitae gas tank storage room. Issue 2, sensors detect that the new laboratory scent air freshener is running low. Repair toilet. Error. Work order already exists. The existing work order was opened 991 days ago, and was last accessed 991 days ago. Yeah, I'm sure they'll get right on that.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation.
What's going on, Ada?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
My team has already handled the issue, soldier. Your squad can depart.
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
Do I look like I need some old rust bucket as backup?
Whoa, okay, calm down. I didn't mean anything by it. Jeez. Try and help some people?
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Impressive, Captain. Diplomacy at its finest.
You know me, always the charmer. Okay. Are you deactivated? Another person in a tank. There was one in the Cascadia lab as well. To redacted, re your concerns. Of course morale is low. You gave those PhDs tanks of nuclear scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What did you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that decree. Kimball. To Kimball, you asked that I reach out. I'm doing so. Is something amiss with the team? How's their morale, their commitment to the project? To A. Kimball, bedtime story, draft. Once upon a time there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. While the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses, the soldier squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower, far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband, but she would have to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for early dismissal, but no one listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending? Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday, Mom. Oh flippity floop.
Watch your step.
That doesn't look very safe. Disengage checkpoint security. Log, Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the docs had been around. I told her what I know, it's been quiet, just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electrofloor 3000 for my checkpoint, and a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. Wow, okay.
They're still alive.
Really? Subjects plural. Subject Dr. Claire Pearsall. Current status, alive, unstable condition. Stasis setting, active. Notes, subject's condition is dire, make sure resuscitation devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time, I swear. We'll bring you back. With love, Dr. Eva Chartron, Lorelei Fowle, James Guthrie. Oh, that's Claire up there then? Subject, Dr. James Guthrie. Current status, alive, extremely unstable condition. Stasis setting, active. Notes, subject will need extensive nucleon resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. I'm so sorry it ended up like this, James. We will come back for you all and fix this, I swear on it. Please forgive us, Dr. Eva Chartron, Dr. Lorelei Fowle. Subject, Dr. Charles McNulty. Current status, alive, unstable condition. Stasis setting, active. Notes, subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing his condition is found. In gratitude, Dr. Eva Chartron, Dr. Lorelei Fowle, Dr. James Guthrie, Dr. Claire Pearsall. Personal terminal, Chartron E. It has been 17 days since last login. Unlock personal quarters. Modify systems access protocols. Right, this is to give it to Sublight. Let's hold off for now. Project summary. Executive Research Focus Group E177J48. Purpose, biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Active team members. Chartron E, Fowle L. Inactive team members, Guthrie J, McNulty C, Pearsall C, Ryle T. Goal. Further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nucleon using strands obtained from Halcyon native fauna, classification C.RAP T1002, aka Raptidon. From Redacted, Station Morale. It has come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between ours 1084's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. Logs. Charlie. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him. Freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Law walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken. It was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. Claire. We had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first the resequence stayed within normal parameters. But then it spread again, just like with Charlie. Tomorrow I'm reaching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. I wonder how Guthrie's doing. I hear symphony music from under his door. James. This log is being entered by Dr. Fowle. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartron enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments. After all of our sacrifices, it still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Eva hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from HRS 1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We're just awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. Access outbound comm transcript. Transmission begins. Chartron E, is anyone listening on this frequency? Redacted, who is this? Chartron E, I'm the project lead on 1084. I wanted. Redacted Station 1084, you have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission end state is achieved. Executive override, password antediluvian. Audible sigh, what can I do for you, Doctor? The board told me they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? I'm afraid I can't provide an updated status at this time, Doctor. The assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George de Hevesy Institute in Budapest. One of my associates will reach out when we have an update. When? Aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? Station 1084, misuse of this channel is a fireable offense. As is abusing your executive override, save in cases of emergency. Damn it, this is an Transmission ends. Executive override for user Chartron E discontinued. Duration, indefinite. I still don't understand what they were actually doing. Okay, so did I miss anything? There's a way under there. Blank UDL keycard. Keycard encoder status online. Messages. From Redacted, closing down. A transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS 1084. I have taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables, but all personal effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all exhausted assets in time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Care-approved alienist. Personal files. Note on Guthrie J. James is gone and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank. Or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. Note on Chief Kimball. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night. Said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. It was Angelica, right? Password to what though? Encode keycard. And that's where we came in.
Easy does it.
Okay, a ladder. Broken terminal. For a somewhat hidden area, I was expecting something a bit more. Shipping label. 1 case of UDL concussive mines to HRS 1084. Signed by Chief of Security Ida Kimball. Warning, contents may have shifted in transit. Warranty is void on any and all detonated mines regardless of cause. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying mines is a fireable offense. Mines are not a company-authorized decoration, pet, or sporting equipment. Mines are not suitable for ingestion. Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not purposefully stand, sit, or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for any actions taken or not taken by mines. UDL recognizes that you could have chosen any remote explosives provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety for many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant detonation. Quality and safety not guaranteed. Biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. So they were trying to make human raptidon hybrids? But why though? Assimilation. So was it so we could better live in Monarch? Or the solar system in general? Actually, wasn't there something in the Cascadia lab that mentioned trying to find a way for humans to live off the plants on Monarch? Something like that. And the Alta Vitae gas is part of doing that? Are the tanks anything to do with it, or are they just to keep them alive? It doesn't seem like there's anything else I can do here other than hand the station over to Lilia. Admin location Groundbreaker, admin username SLBossA51. Accessing override data. Displaying automated confirmation. If you're reading this, you're standing in the legal property of Sublight Salvage and Shipping. Good work, contractor. Report back to Sublight HQ to collect your cut. Lilia Hagen, Executive Director of Aggressive Acquisitions.
Sublight will be well pleased that you've claimed the station for them. Myself, I'll be fine leaving this place. Chartrand. Sounds awfully familiar. That was the scientist from Cascadia, right?
Was it? I can't remember.
reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
Seriously? Why does this keep happening?
Hey! Shit'll get off the pot, damn it! Are you listening in there? You can't be hogging the facilities for 40 damn minutes! You ought to see Ellie. You got a condition or something.
I'm inclined to agree.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
Thanks, Ada. I wouldn't like that either. I think we'll go to Edgewater next, see if we can find that guy Harlow wants us to kill.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain. I'll lock up behind you.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, Ludwig, you got a second?
Town's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us.
Got a question for you.
Go on.
What do you have against mechanicals anyway?
You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you, scanning you with its murderous oculars.
I'm pretty sure that's what they were programmed to do.
Mechanicals have been programmed to eliminate the human race. They've been programmed to replace us. First, they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives.
Kay, I actually wanted to ask about the weapon you left behind the toilet. I can't get to it. Sir Trask is over there, close to the botanical lab. And he seems to be either on top of a cliff or in a cave. Alright, can I see any way up there? I don't suppose there's a way through by the waterfall. Please don't block me in. Felix. Oh, Felix. What is that? It kinda looked like a light. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Did they paint the grass yellow to fool me? Maybe I can get up here. Ow. Careful guys, it's slippery. Okay, I don't think that's happening. Do you know a way up?
What is it?
Aha, this looks promising. Hello, I come in peace.
Don't give me any trouble, okay?
Yes, you look like a Rufus to me.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
That's right. Harlow said you betrayed him.
Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying.
Why did you betray Harlow?
How do I know that I can trust you?
If I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You can't be serious. I've known the guy for years.
Yeah, that's about how I reacted when I found out. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
You're asking me to take you for your word. Show me some evidence.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Yeah, there is. You're looking at her.
Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
Middle of the base, in a corridor, in a vent. Got it. Why would the board buy off Harlow?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy. And that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
What exactly was he doing for them?
Board-sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
All right, I've heard enough.
Take it you've made up your mind.
I'm not going to kill you, Trask, but I am going to ask you for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Take care. Okay, let's go see Lilia. Hopefully she'll have some answers about this hybridization project.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
The base had scientists in suspension tanks. Some might still be alive.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
A UDL gunship buzzed the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
Well, yeah. Rare gas in a lab that tested it on people. Couldn't have been a coincidence.
You have an eye for patterns. Good. We need more contractors like you. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
Bad news, I take it.
Maybe the worst. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
Maybe they were just hiding expensive research from pirates like Sublight.
No, they were hiding something the colony isn't ready to know. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
I can do that.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some Aetherwave serial, Millstone. This is reality.
Aliens. Really?
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
A few, yeah.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
When you say aliens, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us. Make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
I haven't seen any evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
I really don't know what to make of this, Lilia.
If you don't believe me, go pay a visit to the puppet master who's working against her own kind. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Why does Dr. Chartrand need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
When did Sublight get so principled?
It's cute that you'd think that about me. I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Where does Chartrand fit into your alien conspiracy theory?
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
I mean, they seem to be genuinely upset about causing harm and having to put their colleagues into tanks. It wasn't great, but it didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Murder isn't really covered under my contractor employment agreement.
Just think of it as salvaging hope from the smoking wreckage of humanity. This is your initiation into a future with Sublight. Want a steady position in our ranks? Buy one with a bullet.
What do I get for joining up?
Well, there's your usual fee. What else do you want, a promotion? It's yours. Even better. I'll owe you one.
I'll take the job, but I'm not just gonna kill her without getting the full story.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Is such a thing even possible?